join us here at Castle Combe Circuit, and to be honest with you, I wish we could have filmed more. Essentially, we arrived here, we went to the safety briefing, and then our lap was then. There was a major delay getting in, so unfortunately, you'll be able to see a couple of clips from the track session, but you wouldn't have seen any of the process of us getting the car back here, swapping the set of wheels we were supposed to swap before, and all that good stuff. So far, we're just sort of trying to work everything out and prepare ourselves for the next session so we can be a bit more on top of things, as we didn't get the car quite where we wanted it, and also forgot to check a couple of bolts that may or may not have broken off. So to be honest with you, I followed the rules way too much. There's people overtaking on corners, meaning that I'm having to cut my lines and lose a lot of speed, especially round then the following bends. I'm coming at the wrong angle. I'm then going to understeer if I don't take different angles, and it's really slowing me down. Besides that, the car is performing as it should. It's not overheating. The brakes feel a little bit rough, but we've switched some tyres and wheels on that are a little more free flowing, so hopefully we can get some more air to them and stop the brakes from locking up.
I loved it. I had a great time. I think Chris was progressing every single lap. He was getting the lines and learning the track, because we know this track from the outside, but we've never actually driven it on games, things like that. But every single lap you could see he was improving. Again, people were not sticking to the rules, and I think that's where we aren't wrong. But this is our first time, so we are beginners. And yeah, hopefully our next track session goes a bit better.
So the difference in wheels is we have these large centre sections that come across, uncompared to the Honda Accord Type R wheels, which are a little more free-flowing for the brake system. Although the fitment looks horrible, these are going to cool the brakes and discs a lot easier, so let's give it a go.
And then disaster struck. Not only did we have a coolant issue, but the manifold of the car decided to crack and break a bolt loose, and one of our engine mounts decided it didn't want to be there anymore. We managed just on the side of the road to get a bolt into the manifold, bleed part of the coolant system, and use a ratchet strap to temporarily hold the engine up. But was this going to be enough to get on track? We genuinely were not sure.
After the second session, we've definitely improved. I mean, we were hitting over 100 miles an hour. We did, what was our fastest lap at?
I think it was 1 minute 32.
1 minute 32.
Yeah.
So, you know, we made, I think it was a 40-second difference between our first lap and that lap. So, you know, I'm super proud with, you know, how far we've come, considering that we've had to bodge this as an engine mount, and also the fact that the manifold, well, you can see from the back, the exhaust is just blowing completely through, so we have no back pressure. But considering, I'm super happy with how the laps have gone.
And after all the stress, the dramas, the excitements, the highs and lows, it was time to enjoy the show we came here for in the first place.
To showcase my lovely support vehicle. She's absolutely a war horse in this instance. She's held our fuel, our food, our exhausts, all of the tools we needed to get this car back up and running on the road. And we've got some really cool, unique stuff on the stand as well.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is mental.
The steering wheel is my favourite thing. I love this.
I love eyelid covers for lights. And as always, gotta go with the leopard print.
Gotta go with the leopard print.
Same. This time on our stand, we actually had 3 cars go on track, I believe.
Yeah.
We had this Audi go on track. We had the VW. We had mine. Didn't actually.
I think that one did
3 and 4.
Yeah. 5 people on track.
5 on track. We only went on track with one of the guys. The Z and the BMW went out just before us, I think it was, in the session before. But no, it's been a super sick experience with Southwest Car Alliance for this stand. As always, really appreciate the guys having us, even though we're not from Cornwall, so we're not around those sorts of areas. There's lots of variety as always, and you can hear the drifting going on in the background.
Everyone's stood on top of the van. That is a
Everyone's
vibe.
on the van, that's crazy. I will say that I really do want to get more into the drifting side. I love the hill climbs, don't get me wrong, and that was an amazing experience on track, but there's nothing like the feeling of throwing a car like completely sideways.
No, weirdly I feel like when we went to Cop Hill Climb, I feel like that was more adrenaline than that was
definitely
on track here. But like saying that, I said to Chris, like I don't have the confidence, I don't think, to take like the Merc or the MR2 or something out on track yet. I feel like Chris's car control is like so good, and when we were slipping out, he had it under control and he felt really safe, whereas I don't necessarily know if I've got that.
After all the drifting goes past, in all fairness, I did only slightly start to go twice. So considering,
but that was after the drifting when there was so much tyre on the track. Like it's not
because we didn't go sideways the first time, did we?
No.
We almost went.
I wish we went sideways.
But we did a couple of times on that last lap.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's just all improvement. So as long as I'm seeing improvement in myself and I'm enjoying it, just got to go for it. And it's nice after just that intense experience just to walk around and enjoy what the show has to give with all of its unique cars, builds. What I like about this show compared to the JDM ones we go to is there's more variety of things you don't see very often.
I feel like, especially because now we have the 190E, we're getting a lot more into like German cars, things like that.
Definitely.
Whereas it's not something we've been that interested or involved with before. But I feel like we're seeing more and more sort of ideas or like engine swap possibilities, you may add, coming to these shows rather than just the JDM shows. So yeah, I like it a lot actually, and I appreciate it more.
Lovely colour, look at that. God's engine. This car was on track with us and it was an absolute beast. I don't know what's going on under there, but it was absolutely hauling.
Flames would go hard on that.
And I know you probably expected more of a show walk around, but Lex and I just decided we were going to enjoy the show ourselves. Just have a bit of a walk around, see all the cars you guys brought to the track, and have a bit of a relax because we'd had so much go on. Since getting home, the Accord, no problems at all. However, the MR2, yeah, there is a few issues. So we were definitely not running correctly. We were very low horsepower on that last run that we did. We believe that it's to do with the cracked manifold and the manifold being open at the bottom, causing lots and lots of issues. So in the next video you see on the channel, we're going to be diving into diagnosing that issue with the MR2. And honestly, I had such a blast. Lex did as well. I would say though that next year we're going to just get to track as early as possible. It seemed that the organisation wasn't there where it should be, meaning essentially there was extra stresses we just didn't need. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know if you saw your car in the background of the video. And again, apologies we didn't film all of the cars going around. We genuinely just wanted to enjoy ourselves and have a great time without the cameras for once. But yeah, look on social media for more content about the cars, and we'll see you soon.